Go.
Make me think this. We're that fast. Did I ask you about MC? You said you didn't watch.
What did she tell that lady?
Did I ask you about MC? You said you didn't watch it, but you just. I'm here. Hello. Happy Friday. I think. Happy Friday. It is Reality with Krista Marie. We are doing the Real Housewives of Orange County and the latest episode. And I'm honest with you guys, like I'm actually enjoying it. I feel like that it's not as toxic as I thought it was going to be with like Shannon and all. Not see anybody here yet though. I didn't think it was going to be as toxic. I thought it was going to be more toxic is what I meant to say. And I feel like, you know, maybe Jesus Jugs isn't going to be in as much as we thought she was, you know, because it doesn't seem like she is. And also, Shannon is getting on my effing nerves. And Tamra is not exactly like the pillar of friendship. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so here we are. And did you guys see my intro? Mimi, you're here. Hey. Well, let me see who's not. Well, of course, Twitter's not working as usual. And who is ever listening on the Who's 31 podcast side? If you want to see the crazy live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, usually I am here at 12:15, 12 o'clock. Also, if you would like to not see the crazy live and you do not want to continue to play with my hair constantly, and you know, as some comments are saying, I'm a shit show. I apologize. I am a live podcast, and it's live, so you know I interact with my live chat. So sometimes it doesn't make sense what I'm saying. I try my best to read the comments. But it is a live podcast. That's why I invite you to come watch it. Or if you are the replay crew, please understand that this is just my ADHD and I can't help it. And so the comments, I like to read them all. I acknowledge them all, but they're starting to get to me. So hi, happy Friday. Hey, mademoiselle. Happy Friday. Oh, you missed the intro. Did you hear it at least? I played my intro. I hope it worked. Hey, Shay, thank you. It's just crazy. It's like, but it happens just to be only on the Teresa podcast or the Jersey podcast, right? And they're saying things now that are personal that I know only certain people would know that live around here. So I am deleting those comments because it's not necessary for my family and my family business to be out there. So those people can fuck off. And I will delete those comments. So don't say I'm deleting negative comments. I'm only deleting the ones where you talk about my family and personal business that has nothing to do with now. So anyway, thank you. I know it is my gorgeous hair, but it gets to my nerves and I play with it a lot. I understand that, but people just got to understand. And I love you all that show up for me all the time and stick up for me in the comment section and all that stuff. So I appreciate it. And like I said, I do erase some comments because now I know who it is, or at least I have an idea who it is. It can only be people connected to Jersey that know me. And, you know, I don't tell you guys about my family before, or my family. I mean, you know, a little bit, but not the stuff that doesn't need to be out there. They didn't ask for this, you know. They don't dislike Teresa, and I don't even dislike Teresa. I know it's hard. I know I'm learning. It's TikTok doesn't really bother me. They are so toxic, Shay. And it's like, I know how fucked up I am. Like, I mean, how I was, you know, you don't have to remind me. But my family has nothing to do with this anymore. And my business before I was with my husband. So I did delete those ones. But you'll see somebody in the comments go, oh, look, I should delete all the negative comments. No, I do leave a lot of them. I leave the ones where you talk about playing with my hair and how annoying I am. But anyway, back to this. This is Real Housewives of Orange County. This is the Jersey Krista. I am a Jersey housewife, yes. From up there. My husband's from down here. There's 2 Jerseys, south and north, but yeah. So I'm down here, they're up there, and I go to the shore almost every weekend. Hey, Danny, I was actually going to ask you if you wanted to do the show with me today. Danny, do you want to, if I drop you the link, will you come up? It's up to you. I was going to ask you if you wanted to do the show. I was going to send you an invitation, then I realized it was too late yesterday. And I was like, you know what? Maybe if she comes, I'll ask her if she wants to come up. So, whose birthday? Happy birthday. But if you tell me if you want to drop the link, Gossip Girl, I will, and you can come up, and we'll just use it for you. But goddamn, my throat's like fucked up. It means I feel like spirit's telling me I have to say something I'm not saying, or maybe not say something I'm saying. But so, what do you guys think about the show? Like, what do you think about this? I was the one saying that this season was going to be so toxic. How dare they? Okay, how dare they do this to Shannon? You know, how dare they have Gina? She wasn't even there, guys. She was not in this episode. I was like, okay, good. You know, I do feel like they're going after Heather too much. I think Katie is an asshole. Okay, do you want to play my intro again? I want to play my intro again in case anybody missed it. I'm going to play it one more time. Hold on.
Let's go.
Did I ask you about Lucy? You said you didn't watch.
What did she say about me?
Did I ask you about Lucy? You said you didn't watch it, but you just... Right? Right? Isn't it cute? You got the whole thing right. I hope you did. But all right. So anyway, so Heather and Terry are talking about the stroke that Terry had. Like I said, they're going after Heather. Katie's an idiot. This stuff about her calling the paparazzi. Who cares if she calls the paparazzi? Do you guys care if she calls the paparazzi? Because I don't fucking care. Everybody calls us. We're not the paparazzi. We're bloggers. But like, they take pictures of them. I don't get it. Even if I don't think Heather's a liar either. So that's why I know she hates being called a liar because she's not one. So yeah, so I don't know if she thinks this proof that Katie has is a message between her and her friend. Let me see Heather's messages. You know what I mean? Let me see what Heather said. But we'll get into that part. But that's what I did with whose side you on. Tamrat, because Tamrat's the one who's making a big deal out of it, really. I mean, Katie brought it up, but then Tamrat's loving it. Which I have a lot to say about her. But yeah. But we have Heather and Terry, which I feel like this scene with them explained their relationship. I don't think they're acting. And if they are, that's none of our business. And they're not trying to let it out. They're not trying to talk about it out here. Maybe they just love each other and they respect each other and they don't have to be perfect. You know what I mean? I think there was, no, I thought there was the 16-second one, but is it too short? I can make it longer. I'm going to make it longer. I'll make it longer. Sometimes I watch people's and I'm like, that's a really long intro. But I can make it longer. But anyway. So what she was saying is that her son had called, I didn't know about this app actually, Life 360. I am happy that she actually brought it up because I didn't know about it. And I have a lot of things that I'm like a hypochondriac, you know what I mean? When George has pains, I think he's dying. We were in the emergency room and he had indigestion, and I thought he was dying of cancer. I was losing my mind until we got the results, and I was I swear. But something on an app like that would make me feel so much better. Plus, with me, I have high blood pressure, which you guys probably know that I have high blood pressure. So there's times when my blood pressure is really high, and I didn't really know the symptoms of a stroke until I went on that thing, and I could cause myself a stroke. And I was like, oh my God. So it actually gave me really good advice because I don't really take my blood pressure medicine, which is really stupid. But, I feel like her Terry talking about how, she's in a good place with all the ladies. It's why do they continue to want to go after her? First, we have Gina being stupid as hell with Jen. Hey, Corey. Hey, Kathy. Everybody's here. The gang's all here. I was just telling the replay crew that wants to come in and tell me how they're not going to try me again because I'm a shit show or a word salad or something like that, among other things that we'll talk about later. But yeah, but you guys always show up for, hey, Monica. Oh my God, Instagram. I turned Instagram on. Oh my God. Did I turn Instagram on? No, I didn't. Oh, there I am. Okay. Hey, Kath. Hey, Mom. You have to see my intro, guys. After I did it twice already. I don't want to. Oh, thank you. You're not a fan of Terry? Before we get into it, let me see what you guys are saying. I don't think so. Oh, that's crazy. Hey, Love Bean. Okay, this is I'll drop the link for anybody that wants to come up and talk about OC, and no DPs either. Crowd. Not you guys. Whoever decides to be stupid and when I drop the link for my friends, for the people I trust, please don't call with a dick pic, please. Because I'll just block you. what am I doing here? Okay. I mean, listen, everybody has their own opinion, like I said, but I love when people like, I feel like I need to know other people's like logic behind their opinion, or like explain to me why you feel that way, or what, because I like, like I my reasons, because I like to see other perspective, because I know that I'm not always right. Like I doubt myself all the time. You know what I mean? I also thought that logic was the same for everybody. I really did. I was like, Teresa, this is not logical. This is not logical. And it's like, she's like, huh? It's like Charlie Brown. And it's like, I know I'm in a higher vibration. And it's like hard for people lower than us to hear what we're saying and to get it from our perspective. So like, I get it that like literally it's blowing my hair too. It looks like it's blowing my hair. That's funny, right? It's fucking 95 today. Okay. And it's 89% humidity. Like, I'm not even kidding you. It's a fucking sauna. So I'm miserable. And I hate my hair. But anyway, Life 360 talking about a stroke. I believe that the relationship's fine. I don't even care about the logs. I don't know what Heather's problem is. I mean, what Tamrat's problem is. And Katie wanting to call her friend on Heather. Like, why are you checking for her? And why do you care if she literally tagged you in a picture? And if it was a mistake, you're on the show. So what the fuck do you care? You're lucky that she tagged you, to be honest, Katie. I feel like you're going to be like a Jenny Wynn. Like, we're going to not like you. Like, we already not like you. Like, what is your problem? Okay, Love Bean's coming up. Bren.
Hey.
Hey, Bren. How are you?
Not good. I'm not feeling too good.
What? Oh, are you sure you're like, are you good? You want to talk about OC, right?
I don't miss a chance of being shady.
I literally, right? Hey, babe, I miss you. Miss you more.
Yeah, I miss you too. I'm sorry I haven't been on much. I've been taking care of my grandmother and our new first.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you how she was doing, but I didn't want to like bring it up on camera. You know what I mean? We could talk about it another time. You know what I mean?
I know, but she's doing okay.
Is she doing good?
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So, do you believe in Heather and Terry's marriage, Brett?
That's the subject even I'm not too well versed on.
Okay. I do. I think that they're okay. Like, I don't think if there's anything wrong with them, they're not ready. They don't have to tell us it's not that serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to stay married forever. So no matter what's wrong in their marriage, move on.
Yeah.
I think they have so much respect for each other. They're okay with, even if there was no love or intimacy, whatever they're doing, it's working, and they don't need to tell us because it is working, you know?
Yeah.
In my perspective.
Well, my
so
mom,
I don't know.
My mom told me marriage isn't really about love; it's a contract.
That's true. That's true, and it is a contract. I feel like they just work together, like, and they have kids that are still in school, so whatever. So whatever it is, it works for them, and like I think they need to leave it alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't think what is wrong with calling paparazzi, even if they did? What is the problem with that? Does that make any sense? Like, why do you care if they called the paparazzi? And because she lied about it? Who says she lied? Your friend? Katie's friend? Mm-hmm. Right? There's 2 eggs. And yeah, but they're not having kids, right? Like, they're definitely not having kids. But I don't know. I can't stand Tamrat, but she literally didn't invite Shannon to that thing that whatever they were going to, the Coyote Ugly, and I thought that was really mean. Because if you're going to talk about her drinking and talk about Shannon, and then you're going to say, we're not going to invite her because it's a bar, like what? Like, I mean, come on, really? Like, you don't like to see a bunch of 60-year-olds, especially them, getting half naked in a bar. Like, I'm over that. Tamrat did that like 15 years ago. Like, yeah, she's hot. I get it. She's hot. They're all hot for their age. But I don't need you taking your booth. Like, I would be if I were at that bar, I would look at them like it would be so embarrassing. I would have secondhand embarrassment. It's like my grandmother and my mom.
Yeah.
Like, it is. Like, even me. I wouldn't even do that at my age. And I was going to bring pictures of me dancing on the bar at the Coyote Ugly in Philly when I was 24. When I was 24, I stopped doing it by the time I was 30. You know what I mean? Like, but I had a blast. But like, it was fun. But like, I would never do it now, and I would definitely never do it in 15 years. I just feel like Emily. I just feel like that whole thing, Emily peeing in a bush, and just talking about, and Katie, Katie's my kind of girl, and all of a sudden they always believe this. Did you notice that every season that Heather's been back, the new girls have gone after her?
Really?
Like Noella went after her the first season that Noella was there, and Heather was back. And then what was it? Last season was it 2 seasons ago, or I forget whatever we're in now. The one last year, the year before, they all went after her last season, but it was supposed to be Tamrat. But Tamrat's such a PR, that's why she sends everybody else. And then now
they're
Katie.
all jealous of Heather.
Yeah.
I guess, but she really does belong in the Beverly Hills part of it.
She does.
You know what I mean? Like, she's in Beverly Hills. Honestly, they need to swap out. Like, she's more of a Beverly Hills chick, and I can find somebody over there to bring Beverly Hills to bring over to OC, because like I just can't. You know what I mean? I just feel like they're going to just continue to go after her, and this is all you have. This is all you have. Like, this is what you have, is that she called paparazzi in Disneyland or Disney World.
Oh.
Like, man just had a stroke. Like, they went on vacation, and you're like talking shit about it. You know what I mean? And like, poor Heather, like, and I do think Heather tries not to be hoity-toity, because she's just raised. She's old money. She is old money and new money. No, she's old. She's always had money. She doesn't know how to act not classy.
Exactly.
For free, she eats hot dogs and pizza. Like, she's cool,
and
she tried. You know, and all they do is go after her, and I feel like it's ridiculous. Like, if you don't like her, then you don't like her. Like, this is the best you got, really. Is it? She called paparazzi to make her marriage look like it's working. Like, let's talk about your marriage, Tamrat. Let's talk about you and how your husband. First, we're seeing him want to have sex in front of your mom. Oh, we'll talk about sex in front of your mom, or how much your mom's having sex. And it's like, ew, that's not what I want to see the first season that she's back. And now I don't want to see it again either. I don't want to see it now either. I feel like he's on the other side, and that's fine with me. Just say it, dude. Like, if you don't want to, you guys are not having sex. You're not having sex. And then she goes after her friend Jen. It's just ridiculous. This whole girls' night out was a mean girls' night out, is what I think it was. And, Katie's like, oh, I have this friend. And she's like, he's best friends with Kimmy K. Like, okay, I believe anything that NPC says. I don't believe anybody. When you bring up, like, Kim Kardashian, that you're in the Matrix. I don't care. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. So I don't care what your stupid friend said. Like, oh, she called me to make sure the okay, who cares? Miss Fancy Pants. Like, leave her alone. I feel like it's ridiculous. And that, like, as much as I'm like was worried that they were going to be going after Shannon, which they are, which I'm glad though that we had poor Vicki come back. I say poor Vicki because, like, how dare her bring a staph infection to Shannon's house? I thought Shannon was going to pass out. Did you see Shannon's face? Because Shannon used to have hospital grade air in her house because she's such a hypochondriac. And here this one comes with a staph infection, which to me sounds very, very, I don't know, contagious or something. Doesn't it?
It is. It is.
Hello, like, Shannon probably was going to die, but she's like, I need a friend. But like, Vicky's, I got a staph infection.
To Ultimate Girls Trip, remember?
You're kidding. She did that?
Remember she had C19? Remember she had C19 when she was on Ultimate Girls Trip?
Yeah. Oh, when she came out with the hospital
in the
blanket.
Berkshires.
Yeah. Oh my God. Let's listen. She's okay. I didn't see. I don't listen to anything in the mornings. I do this. So I should probably do that. Let's hit just. Well, you know what though? Like, if the hitches for the show would probably be not a problem. Like, if you're stopping your story from getting out, or like you're suing people, then if that's what you mean, then yeah. But if it's nothing to do with the show, then who cares? Like, if she's litigious other ways, fine. But so is Jesus Jugs' ex-husband, and so is John. John's about to sue Shannon. So I know she is disgusting. Like, she is disgusting and rude, and like, you left the hospital when they told you not to, and like, stupid. Why are the producers even letting her around them? And she must not be that contagious unless she's a liar. Like, I mean, we're going to talk about Vicki after this because I have her lawsuit. It's kind of not what it sounds like. It sounds like she really was abusing elderly, but it's not in the way that it sounds. It's not even funny. It's not really funny. It's with her insurance company, but it's kind of like, I don't think Shannon is an elder abuser, but I do think maybe some of the practices are a little. But you're selling something. You're selling things. Now, listen, I know many mortgages I sold for people that I knew were going to go in foreclosure that I knew could not afford it, just because we go by what we see on the credit report compared. It's called the debt to income ratio. So you don't include all their kids. You don't include that money. You don't include anything. So I'm putting people in houses I know they can't afford it. And we went through foreclosure after 2008. Same thing with Vicki. She's giving people insurance like it's like before 2008 where people could afford it and that you could do all that. And she never stopped, basically, is what it sounds like, just selling people things that they really can't afford and that aren't good for them. But we'll talk about it when we get there. But I just feel like, we all learned a lesson after that with this economy and like trying to, selling mortgages, selling houses, selling cars. For Christ, I committed mortgage fraud because I was so pissed off that the lending laws changed all of a sudden, and the economy, it just was a shit show. But it's all over now. Elder abuse, it's crazy. It sounds really bad, right? Elder abuse. I mean, I'm not laughing, but anyway. So we have Katie starting to explain how her stupid friend says the word on this right that Miss Fancy Pants is like hires photographers to take her pictures. And she's like, I need to get to the bottom of this right now. I'm going to ask my friend, why do you care? Again, why do you care? Smiling with Erin. Hi, Erin. Everybody's subscribed to Erin.
Hey, Erin.
Hey, Erin.
Erin's here. My best friend. Bravo besties.
I love her.
Me too. It sounds fishy that they're accusing Vicki of. She went back. What are they accusing Vicki of? Oh, that. Yeah. I read a little bit into it. Yep. Yeah, it does. Like I said, maybe it was, she probably didn't even sell. She probably wasn't the actual person that sold it, but we'll see. But the whole argument, like the whole thing with Heather, I think is absolutely silly. Heather's like, Tamrat's like, I feel vindicated. Okay. Now that's like, okay, you're vindicated. Now what? That's the worst you had for her. Like, and she's like, I'm in a good place with these people. And, it's like the whole, she's in Disneyland. Did she tell Mickey Mouse that she was coming? I mean, did Donald Duck know she was coming? Did we, did she take pictures too? You know what I mean? Did she alert them as well? Like, who cares? Like, who the fuck cares? And you know what? I don't like to take my own pictures either. You guys know that. Whenever I go to events, do you ever see me have pictures? Barely ever. No. I wish I had somebody that could pay to take pictures for me. I hate giving somebody my phone. It's just a pain in the ass to carry it. And I love when somebody has a step and repeat. I would wish somebody would take my pictures for me too on my vacation. She's rich as hell. She can have anybody she wants to take her pictures.
Yeah, let her do it.
See, let her do it. But again, we got to make a big deal out of it. I mean, this is the biggest scandal we have. I think it's more juicy to talk about how stupid John, we'll call him Dear John or Slade 2.0, will not sign a release and not talk about Shannon Bador, and then sues her for $75,000 for a facelift that it was a gift. Like, let's talk about that weirdo shit. You know what I mean? Like, and how he just wants to be, his penis is so big and he's having so much sex, she needs to get her vagina. Like, it's like, ew, like, no. And whatever, man. He's an alcoholic, allegedly. But, Tamra says that Katie's a gift from God. It's the proof that Heather's a liar. It's like, and then she's like, bye with Katie. In the confessionals, you know how she really feels because she knows that she's all these new people doing her dirty work every single time. And guess what? They always go. It's like, and Tamrat knows that. So she doesn't have to go after Heather. She sends everybody else. She's like, thank God I have somebody else to go after Katie. And then we have Gina sitting there all of a sudden going, well, Katie's my friend, but so is Heather. I feel like I should tell Katie. I feel like we have to have a talk. And I feel like I need to tell Heather if she doesn't. Well, what happened with when you were fucking friends with Jen and you went and told all her business and you didn't care that you called her, all these things in front of people. She's a loser, pay your bills and blah, blah, blah. But now we care about Heather. You know what I mean? Like Gina's like weaving and bobbing in and out of like fucking trying to, I don't know, create drama in her. I don't know. Is she like, she's weaving and bobbing trying to like, oh, I'm going to apologize to Jen. But listen, if I were Jen, I would never talk to you again. Like, how dare you say the shit you said to me and then tell me I screwed up your business and your reputation? You're the one telling people my business. That's why people probably won't fuck with you again. Because you talk about their fucking business. Like, you're going to tell somebody their credit was bad and they couldn't pay their bills. And You know, like this one, she didn't pay the rent that I had, and I put my name on there for her. And it's like, now I would never rent from you. I would never do business with you. You're a big mouth. But anyway, thank you, Kathy. An ex-boyfriend. Yeah, exactly. And when I thought about how stupid that would be, and that he knows, and I was like, wait a minute, she's right. And it's like, why does he hate her so much? Like, he has to absolutely hate her to do what he's doing. Not only is he screwing somebody that's really not a good, somebody that could really like drive her nuts, which she did. And let me just remind you, I don't like the fact that there's blood on the ground or whatever that was with Archie, because the first thing that popped in my mean head was, oh, you probably heard him in that accident. He's probably hurt from the accident. That's what I said in my head. So I don't know. I just don't like how I don't know. She's like, oh, Archie, there's blood on the floor. And I'm like, yeah, you probably hurt him in an accident. You broke your arm. That's how hard you hit that house. You know what I mean? But again, it's like, it just makes me mad when she does kind of minimize about that whole situation. But I mean, if they're not going to fuck with her about it, I don't really think we should. But again, that's the first thing that came to my mind. And then Katie's talking about how, oh, we're going to have this event. We're going to call it drinking and driving. And it's like, drinking and driving. And I mean, I thought the girls were going to let her keep it like that, but that's pretty fucking mean. Like I said, that whole thing at Coyote Ugly was gross, mean. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see you dancing like that. You could have had a good time. I mean, like, you could have just went and had a good time. But it was a Mean Girls night out. You didn't invite Shannon, but then you talk about how she still drinks behind everybody's back, and she still drinks. Like me and my best friend. I know you drink. So look, come to my events. I don't care. I'm not going to not invite you anymore. But anyway, moving on to Vicki. Coming into Shannon's house with a staph infection. Are you kidding? She's very, very busy. I know you're very, very, you're so rich. She's so rich too that she really doesn't need the show. She just likes and she admits it. And I don't know why other people don't admit to it either. Like, it's not it's not a bad thing to admit that you like the platform and the attention. Vicky's like number one in my book, as much as if I like her or not. She's the number one top dog. She's been around since day one. And she's when I think of Housewives, she's who I think of, because she was original. And I literally miss the old OC days. And I felt like we almost had them with Salt Lake with Monica, but then it got way too deep and dark. But again, what if she was an anti? I'm not going to say an anti. You know what? And she was on what's it called? And I was like, again, the only reason I did it is because Adam was on tour, and I thought we wouldn't be able to get into the bars without the card. So, but I don't go around talking about it. But again, I guess people are reminding us of that too, and it's like, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Like what's coming out now, we really she was right. So anyway, but the Trace Amigos is trying to still do a show called Lucy and Ethel, and that's why she's there to talk about it. And she's absolutely right about Tamrat. Again, Tamrat is she's not a friend to anybody. We all know that. But you were doing a business with them that you should have to pay them, right? I didn't think of it, Bean and Corey, until they said it like that. Wait, she should owe us for that. I mean, why not? Like, you backed out of a business, and when you are in a business in LLC, don't you usually buy somebody out of it? You know what I mean? Or yeah. I don't know, or something like that. But anyway, like they lost money because of that. But they also should have lost money from Shannon too, because I do agree with Tamrat about it was very poor. It didn't look good to go on a Trace Amigos thing after you just hit a house and I got a DWI and you didn't go to treatment. But she didn't have to do it. She didn't have to do it that way. They could have completely changed the show and just made it a live show with them three. We are the Trace Amigos. Like, first of all, the outfit's ridiculous. The song is ridiculous. And they only sold out because of you three, because of who you are. So you three could have did anything and still went to the bars and, like, came there. But anyway, the fact that Tamrat always has a problem with whoever leaves the show, it's just like you and your stupid friend Freddie, who jumps out of your purse every time there's a problem around. It's like, surprise. And it's like, where did you come from? Like, you refuse to be canceled, Helen Camp. It's like crazy to me. Like, we have her jumping out of Kyle's purse. We have her jumping out of Tamrat's purse. I blame them too for keeping her around, like pushing her on us. But I would rather have Vicki and not Tamrat. Like, can we just swap them out? I think I want to swap them out. Like, seriously, if Tamrat thinks that she can get rid of people, I think we can too. But wouldn't you guys rather have Vicki back instead of Tamrat? I really don't want all three of them. Don't you? I would think Because as much as I can't stand that Vicki just showed up with a staph infection, I miss her, and I don't say I miss her energy, but I do. I kind of missed Vicki watching this because everything she said was correct. Like she wasn't being fake. It was, it was very ignorant of Tamrat to do what she did not tell them. She should pay them. She's not talking about a relationship, which is great. And again, like, you know what I mean? I don't want to hear about it again.
Vicky
But
gets
again,
on my nerves though. I don't know.
she gets on
Vicky's,
my nerves too, but this time she wasn't for some reason.
I didn't even
It's
know it
weird.
was back. I didn't know they were back.
She's really not. I don't think she is. I don't
Was she
think she's a friend of. I could be wrong.
okay? Yeah, I
Is
didn't
my
know
is my
OC was back though.
I don't know if she is or she's a friend of or what. But again, she's worse than she kind of. I guess she her and
though.
Be nice.
I didn't hear you. I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi or is
It
my
could be
Wi-Fi.
Brendan's phone.
Yeah, because I only hear a little bit of what you're saying. Like it only cuts out a tiny bit.
Yeah, I think it's Brendan's phone, but I can't really see because I went to the eye doctors this morning,
Mm.
and my eyes are dilated.
Oh my god, I hate that. I was so afraid of that.
I
Happy
drove
birthday,
home.
whoever. You drove?
Yeah, I drove home. There's no one else to drive me.
I have the license, so.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
My mom's
Brendan's
Aaliyah.
birthday
My
was Wednesday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Mm-hmm. Leo
So,
season.
Yeah.
Yep. So then, like I said, I agree with everything that Vicki said. And then again, Shannon tells Vicki about the freaking lawsuit with John. And again, like why again? Huh?
Why does Vicky tell everything though?
Well, Shannon told Vicki. Shannon was telling Vicki about the lawsuit that John is suing her for $75,000. Well, the legal letter she got about the facelift lawsuit, and it's like, and Vicki was right. Everything Vicki said is right. Like, why would he do that? He doesn't need the money. We don't know what he does for a living, and it's like you're suing her for $75,000, and it's like, why are we doing that? Why do you hate her so much?
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's like, and Vicki said Shannon paid for a lot of shit. So, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like he really is Slade 2.0. And the fact that Jesus Chugs wasn't even on this episode is amazing. Thank God. I mean, she wasn't. So,
real estate career going? Is she selling anything?
who? Gina?
Gina, yeah.
I don't think so. Maybe. See, her issue, which I can't stand, what I can't stand about her, and I'm not losing my track of my thought. I'm losing track of what was I saying? Oh, Gina. The fact that she literally, now that she's selling houses, that maybe she's making a little bit of money. I don't know where her money's coming from in the show or her job, but she's dumped Travis now. She's too good for Travis now. I mean, they're together, but she had it. Huh?
I said, oh.
Yeah, she literally moved out of his house because her and her kids can't go on better vacations because she can't pay for all of the kids.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, people were like praising her for it, and I think it's pretty fucking shitty because my parents, when they got together, it was my stepdad is, I call him my dad, but we were like really young, but he had his two kids, my mom had two kids, got together. They would not do that. We went on vacations that were like, we live in the Jersey Shore. We would just go to a different part of the shore because we couldn't afford to go everywhere. My mom wouldn't leave and take her two kids and go on a different vacation. And then when they were there, they grew in money. You know what I mean? Like they made all the money together. Why do people do this? My friends are so ignorant. Texting me, I'm live. You think if they were my friends, they'd actually get on in Facebook and see me and not text me or like support me. It's so fucking annoying. Like 4 of them. It's really annoying. It's really annoying. It's like, how dare you? You don't support me, period. You know that I'm live. You're going to interrupt my live. It interrupts me anyway. But it's just the most ignorant thing ever. It really is. I'm so tired of it. Everybody that follows me, never mind. I can't get into this. But anyway, so Shannon, she literally she's pushing through. She's pushing through. And I'm happy that she has Vicki at least for a friend because all the other ones are just mean girls to her now. And Gina's a loser. Like the fact that she thinks she's better than you should have heard. Did you watch her screaming at Gina or Jen? She was screaming at Jen last week or the week before, calling her a loser, pay your bills, how dare you, like literally in front of people, in front of like us and like a whole restaurant of people.
Oh, I'm gonna have to catch up.
You got to catch up. It's so good. But yeah. So the cancer scammer. Oh my God, my notes up. So stupid Katie event. I don't like Katie anymore because I don't like how, I don't know if Tamrat's pushing her to be a mean girl or she just thinks that she has to go after Heather. It never works for the person that does it. It didn't work for Noella. I feel like I'm missing somebody, but oh God, oh my God, what's her face? What's her face? The drunk. Taylor. They made Taylor go after her. And what happened to Taylor? She's not there any longer. Yeah, every freaking season they've had somebody going after her.
But
and it's like,
be fair, Taylor's husband doesn't want her involved with the show anymore.
well, because they're both two drunks that sit at a bar every night. And she's a goddamn wino pillhead who couldn't keep her shit together to not sound like an idiot. Like she was so fucked up, and the fact that she's so sloppy, and the cameras. This is the thing I don't like with them. They keep the cameras on these people, and it's horrific. And they do it, I guess, to show them that, to prove a point. Like, look, you got to go. Like, you're a mess. Like, how dare you make us look? You know what I mean? But they did it with Sonia. I don't like how they do it with Sonia at all. I am so disgusted with how Bravo has done to Sonia. I know she has bad luck, but the fact that she gets naked all the time and she doesn't know how to keep her clothes on and she's swimming naked and the cameras stay on her and then don't edit it out. I can't imagine how much more time she's naked other than what we see. And I think it's so disgusting of Bravo to like almost celebrate her drunkenness. Like the fact that she's so out of control and has a problem when the cameras are around because she feels so neglected by everybody else in her life. Sonia, it's like, so, I don't have, I don't feel bad that Bravo, I think it's ridiculous to sue Bravo for, my alcohol and all that crap, like what they're doing. But again, you can walk away. And I feel like some of these people should, but Shannon must not have the money to walk away. But the fact that we have not seen Jesus Jugs or them argue about it, I'm happy because she's not going to give it to her. I hope she doesn't give it to Jesus Jugs. Like, don't give her the moment she's looking for.
Back on the show now. Jesus Jugs is back on the show.
You didn't know that?
Okay, I heard a rumor.
God.
I really have to catch up.
She's with John. You didn't know that? She's with
Now
John,
I knew she was with John. Now I thought that was really it's really bad. It's not the word I wanted to say, but I thought
it's disgusting. It's a whore. They're whore.
And I think she was sticking it to Shannon.
She wants to get back on the show. Like, come on. Why else would you do that? And why, if John's so private, why would you date two housewives on the most popular franchise there? The most popular show there is. So, again, we haven't seen John yet. Apparently, they're causing a lot of problems. The gym kicked them out and like a bunch of shit like that because it's Shannon's gym. And,
gym. Okay, Shannon.
Well, listen, Shannon's all skinny, and look, it's all Ozempic. We know it's Ozempic, but they do show them working out sometimes. Jesus Jugs, she hasn't been here in 6 months, but Shannon looks good. I have to say that she looks better than she has in a long time. They're getting too skinny. Ozempic is getting too much. It's getting disgustingly skinny, where Shannon has to stop. They all have to kind of stop at this point. Because if you see these ladies, look, I'm going on it as well. I'm about to do it soon, like in a couple days. And I'm going to keep going and getting my Botox and all my fillers and all that. I'm not going to let my face get I just need to lose the 30 pounds I gained. But anyway, again, shaming Jen, you're right. Shaming Jen for her finances is ridiculous. And you know what? Like, she has a rich father. She obviously has a rich family because that's who was paying her ex-husband. And they fired him because she had to get a divorce from him. And then they paid her way. Don't be mad that she's got a rich boyfriend and that also pays her way. And she's got to learn on her own. That's what they're jealous of. See, they're literally going after her for that. Gina did the first episode and second episode. It was so ridiculous. And Shannon knows better. I mean, not Shannon. Gina knows better because Gina was in the same exact position. And just because she didn't downsize, Gina downsized because she had to. Okay, fine. But it's like, you're now going to shame her for being in the same position you were in when you left your husband. Like, come on, man. Like, you really, I feel like she's the Freddie. or she's like literally, or like the Jackie of the OC. She's either the Teddy or the Jackie of OC. Gina, that's what she's become to me. Izzy?
Who's Izzy?
Yeah, he's gonna be. It's just really gross. Like, why else are you, unless he needs the money, why would you sue her? She hasn't done anything to you. You know what I mean? As far as I know. What, you broke up with her because she hit a house. I get it. You know what I mean? But the fact that you literally are now going to date a friend that's on the show, okay, which is really gross. We now know that you're like a seed, and then you're going to nail because you can't get a moment. He would not sign a release to not speak about her on the show, which I thought was gross. So then he goes and he sues her because you want a moment. Like, why do you
always wanted a moment?
I didn't feel that. I really thought he was just, from what I understand, it was him, Taylor, and Taylor, Shannon, and the two husbands always drinking at the bar, and Shannon was basically somebody he brought home. But it was like, okay, maybe he really did, but I don't know. He found somebody more younger version of Shannon. Basically, they have the same dog and everything. She literally got an Archie. Jesus Jugs has an Archie. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. And I think they even drive the same car. They go to the same gym. She's screwing her boyfriend. She wants to be Shannon Bedore. It's weird. I thought that was the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. And then I was like, oh my God, because all she wants to do is fight about John and talk about John. Johnny J, me and Johnny J, we have sex 4 times a day. I got to get my vagina tightened, blah, 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 blah. It's like, ew, really? Gross. And then the guy she was engaged to before this, she was climbing all over him on below deck. I mean, climbing on him, climbing on him, and I'm not exaggerating. I felt like I was watching it. I was like, oh God, what happened to you? You must have gotten zero attention from that fat guy you were married to for his money, because that's what she called him, a fat. She called it the fat mess. That's all she ever called him, the fat mess, the fat mess, the fat mess. The fat mess that gave you everything, Jesus Jugs. Your bestie Tamrat gave you that name, by the way. I hope she forgot it. She doesn't remember it. Anyway, back to the event. She was drinking and driving. They called it. I don't know what they called it. Putting and chipping. I don't know. They changed the name. I thought that was horrible that they even thought the name of that. But I don't care about golf. I hate golf. I think golf is stupid. But they took the opportunity to fuck with Heather, which actually I think they're almost like fucking with Katie, kind of, because they take the position of, so you got Tamrat talking to Heather, and she's like, I'm going to turn this around, and I'm going to act like I'm telling Heather after she told everybody to go after Heather about it. Tamrat couldn't wait for her to get called out about it. But as we get to the event, this stupid golf thing that Katie's doing, which they also all dressed in their like golf gear, but not, I don't think any of them actually golfed. It's just they all buy these outfits, which I find kind of, maybe I would do it too. Like, I don't know, they buy outfits to go with the theme of the event, and it's just like, it reminds me of Doreen with her Chanel. It's too much. It's too much. It's like a look that don't you have a look that's just yours? You know what I mean? I don't change my look, and if I do, it's just, I would buy really cute shit that all my cute shit would like be. It just wouldn't be. I don't know. I can't stand it. I don't like the stupid little hat. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe I'm just being too mean. But it's like, you guys are so. And this is what they're doing. As much as I'm enjoying the show, I keep telling the people this. They have to force them to have events to hang out because none of them like each other. So they force them to hang out. They drink, and then they wait for the fight. And then, again, they have these events they're doing. Which if we're gonna have theme parties, let's have theme parties. Fine. But let's not just do it in like golf. Maybe I just don't like golf. But they had hot dogs, and Heather's likes hot dogs. And Katie's like, oh, I'm going to butter her up with getting her hot dogs. Again, Heather's not a fucking, she's hoity-toity, but she will eat pizza and hot dogs and not care. Like, it's crazy. Katie keeps talking about this stuff, and it's like, really? So anyway, Tamrat is waiting for Katie she wants Katie to call out Heather. But then Tamrat takes the position of talking shit on Katie to Heather and be like, oh, guess what, Heather? They're talking about you. They're trying to say blah, blah, blah. So Tamrat tells her, gets ahead of it. She's like a little tattletale as usual because she's a little like whatever it is. And she's like, she thinks you're a threat. And instead of telling her, I felt validated and, the fact that you were a liar, Heather. But she gets ahead of it. And then Katie comes over and Katie's like, and Heather's pissed because it's like Katie literally says that Heather, what does she say? I'll have to get to it. She calls her, you call the paparazzi and you tell them this and that. and then lie about it or some shit like that. But I thought it was stupid. But then you called your friend. So Katie thought it was so stupid that she called her paparazzi friend to talk and find out if Heather's really a liar or not. Is this girl a liar? Did she call the paparazzi and lie about it? What the fuck? Okay. So Katie gets through. She literally comes, I guess, says, "Oh, can we talk?" To Heather says, "Well, can we talk?" or whatever. And Heather's like, "Yeah, sure." And she's like, "I know you lied, Heather." And then Heather's like, "Okay, show me the proof. This liar, this proof that you have that I'm such a liar." And she's like, She literally swore on the lives of her children, which again, so did Teresa, but Teresa is a liar, and that was disgusting. But I actually believe Heather when she says that she doesn't call the paparazzi, and there must be some weird thing about this. It must be something where it looks like in the end, because they show previews of future stuff, and it looks like Katie was wrong about her information. So again, something about Sutton's Christmas party. Katie was there, and Heather saw her, but then of course Heather didn't say anything to her because she didn't recognize her. She said she saw her for 2 seconds. She's like, "How am I supposed to remember you?" She's like, "Only are you a liar? You're better than me at this party." And it's again, Katie's lying, but I don't know why. I feel like there's something in the middle where like the information is wrong, and like they're either one of them or they're both right. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like, I know you didn't see it, so I'm asking, but like it does seem like they're both right. And let me see what I was saying. Let me look at your comments real quick.
Oh wow, I didn't know it was that good.
It's weird.
Because
It's all listen, it's a cotton candy drama that I want. It's not as serious. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was pathetic. It was really pathetic.
Tamra make it serious.
Huh? I didn't hear you, babe.
I said, give it a while. Tamra make it serious.
She always gets everybody else to do her dirty work. You know what I mean? Yeah,
she's a real life troll.
She is. She really is, actually. Like, I mean, I don't sit there and then when I do this, I'm trying to be honest with my opinions and how I feel. But like I really do feel like it was inappropriate for Alexis to talk about her sex life with John. Climbing all over that guy on blow deck. It's weird. It's like she's a performance. It's a performance. She actually went up to Shannon. Okay, the first episode, and Shannon, okay, this is what my opinion about Shannon. Now, she might not be drinking, but it seems like she might be on something else, only because she had such balls before she got there to talk about. She looked kind of a little fucked up, and then she pulls Jesus Jugs aside to get it over with, and Jesus Jugs talks about John or something, and Shannon's like, "You sued me for $300,000. You owe me $300,000. Nothing about John." And Jesus Jugs is like, Wait a minute. We're not supposed to fight about that. We're supposed to fight about John. She actually says this. She goes, "That's not what you're mad about. You're mad because I'm with your ex-boyfriend, and you're the ex, and I'm the next." And Shannon's like, "No, you owe me $300,000, which is ridiculous. She didn't owe her $300,000, and Jesus Jugs was divorced from the guy that sued Shannon. But again, she's not going to give her the moment, so she turned it into something else, which I was proud of Shannon for. Pilled up or not, my opinion, because she couldn't have been drinking unless she drank before she got there. Because she only had one drink barely, and she had balls like Dorinda does at 8 in the morning, and you're like, "Bitch, you ain't fucking wasted at 8. There's no way you just got that drunk at church. No way. You're on some shit, right?" It's like, if you're drinking at 8 in the morning, that's a problem anyway. But if you're getting your hair done and then you come downstairs and you start screaming at Tamrat and Vicki, talk about drunkinda, and you're like fucking out of your mind and we have no idea what happened, and you weren't drinking, you're on something. And that's what I kind of felt like with that. But again, I mean, I'd have to be on something too to be around these fucking people that go after me because my ex-boyfriend left me and I got into an accident, which I've done some fucked up shit. And I was so embarrassed by, like, where I live, you don't get in trouble. Like, if you get in trouble, you're a loser. So yeah, I was embarrassed by my entire life. Like, I get how Shannon feels, especially going her whole life with not having any incidents and then having one, it'd be so public. But I give her props for going and showing up there and going there and showing up on the season. And hey, Michelle, thanks for coming back. Thanks, guys, for being I'm talking in the comments. I love all of you. Hey, Terry.
I wish I could see you guys.
I can't see you. I know.
I'm blind for a while.
But again, like the whole thing with this whole earth-shattering news that Shannon or Heather's a liar again, it's like let's see the proof of it. I don't really feel like there is any proof. I feel like the proof is weird. There might be some like miscommunication here. I mean, again, is it really that big of a deal? But it's a cotton candy drama that I don't really actually mind. And again, is that the worst you're going to do? Like, you really aren't talking about how you allege that Terry was cheating on her. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so really? Me? Thank you for saying that. I'm trying to do better. My voice is weird. I'm not usually, I usually don't have voice issues. But I do appreciate everybody for oh yeah, thank you. And in the comment section, people replay blue. I guess I don't think OC is going to be as bad. I mean, people are like, it is what it is. Again, like I said, the only ones I'm deleting if you do see those comments is the ones that are talking about my my stuff that happened that my family's involved in. Has nothing, it's so. I'm not a public figure like Teresa is, and I'm not. My family's not, But anyway, so I do appreciate it. I mean, honestly, like I appreciate you showing up, and then like even you weren't even watching the show and you still came. I appreciate that.
I missed you guys. I did. I'm off from summer school was over yesterday. And I think we talked yesterday somewhere.
How's it going?
In the chat.
Yeah. How's everything? How was it? Do you like it?
Yeah.
Listen, I worked at a school before COVID. I was working at a school, at a high school, at a private Catholic high school. It was called Bishop Eustace, and I fucking loved it. I love working with the kids. I love being an aide. Like I did it because I just, and I had a felony, and the lady was so nice to me. Like the lady that hired me, I love her. I still talk to her this day. She gave me a chance, told her I had a felony. She didn't have to send up the paperwork. She gave me a chance. My friend worked there, and I worked there for 4 years, and I love the students. And I watched them from from ninth grade, and then COVID hit, and that's when I lost my job, and I didn't get to see them graduate, and I was so devastated. Because you grow every year, you go through the whole school year with them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But
it's cute. I get to see them in the morning. I help them on the bus.
Isn't it nice to see them every year? You see them grow up. I think it's cool.
It is.
And listen, they're rich enough to do it, right? Like if they want professional pictures after he just had a stroke, and I don't know, maybe she did lie or didn't lie. I don't know. Maybe the paparazzi was already there. I don't know. But I feel like maybe they were also
stays at Disney, because you.
I mean, do they? They do.
Well, because you never know what star you're gonna see. Now they don't rent the park out like they used to. Like the celebrities don't rent the park out like they used to. They just go with regular people. When Janet Jackson takes her son, the park is open.
Yeah, I know her too. Wait, I don't know if it's Disney World or Disneyland, but it's
Disneyland. They stay there at Disneyland.
Huh?
Yeah, the celebrities stay they stay in Disneyland all the time with them.
Right.
Because it's right there. It's right there. Yeah.
Yeah. I have never been to Disneyland. I've been to Disney World, but I haven't been there since my senior. So that's OC. But see, like I said, I'm not mad at it. Actually, like I thought it was gonna be real toxic and mean. Shannon, I'm just real quick. Why am I going out?
Okay.
Hey guys, over here. Everybody that's over here, so I see you guys. You guys know I can't see your comments, unfortunately, but I see everybody that's joined on Instagram. I appreciate you. Hello, Bill. Police off the cuff. Bill, I really need to talk to you, man. He's a detective from New York, so you guys know why I'd love to talk to Bill. I have so many questions for you. I'm gonna have to get a hold of police off the cuff, Bill. About the case with that person. That's the case that's that he's involved in now. Because I don't know how they get away with that. It was so corrupt, and I have questions. So anyway, I've got the bill bad. But thanks, guys, for watching. I wish there's a way that they would show me the people that are on Instagram, so I could say hi to everyone. Because they need to do that. Because if not, I'm gonna have to have a separate. Like I have to have a separate device. Like I need my phone for my notes and my computer for you know what I mean. Disney says any paparazzi. Don't go to Disneyland. I mean, I'll have to listen to her. If she really did talk about it, I'm going to be mad about it because it's just so stupid. I mean, I guess you guys think it's a big deal. Maybe. I don't know. I guess we have to talk about something. So, I love Dana. You guys know that. But
Keep an eye
I
on.
literally, I don't know if we have a delay. Am I talking to Rio? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I have a delay.
Keep an eye on Instagram.
Dana
Specifically
was?
my page. Keep an eye on my Instagram page. I got another dragon I want to post.
Oh my God. I have to talk to you about the dragon thing. I need you to make me one, and I need to talk to you about like prices and all like that. Remind me. I
Okay.
keep thinking about it.
Okay.
So I know that you make them, right? I need a
Yeah.
dragon. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
We'll talk about it after this. Thank you. Because yeah, I have to tell you, I've literally, Corey, you guys have no idea that shit that's been happening. Like my Snow White thing and dragons are involved in it. So I'm gonna have to talk to you guys after this. It's just so funny that you guys
Okay.
came up today because it's so wild to me. And then here's your picture of the dragon as your thing, and here you guys are on my thing, and I have to even send you a message I send to Dana because I talk to her about spirituality stuff all the time. And every time something happens,
Okay.
like the other day, my squirrel was on my lap and I took a picture and sent it to her. But like you guys would get what I'm talking about when I tell you what happened in my gardens. But anyway, so anybody believe that Terry? Yes, I believe he had a stroke. You don't believe he had a stroke? Absolutely, I believe he had a stroke. Oh my God, why would you? I would know. Yes. Oh my God.
This he will unalive you under the best and the worst conditions. Was it a
Why
heat
would he
stroke?
lie?
Oh my!
Like, seriously, why would he lie about that? That's weird.
Nobody
Did they
lied.
say that? Lose his temper in public. I don't think so. No, he went to the hospital. He actually had a stroke.
Yeah, he went to see China.
Yeah, like your son called that thing, and the app. I literally found out about the app. I didn't know about it. I'm glad that she talked about it, and good for her for getting, something good out of it. I thought it was funny when she said, "What something about the stroke," and then all I got was a stupid T-shirt. And Terry's like, again, why would she have to lie about it anyway? Like, why do they? So he would lose his temper in public, and then stage a Disney World trip where she stages them taking pictures. No, that's too stupid. That's like so out of the realm of her. I don't think her scope is that immature. That is just stupid. They could do damage control another way. Take pictures somewhere else. I don't know. Like, and if they have family issues, good. Like everybody does. And you know what? Again, they're public figures. They're very rich people that have two really, really popular reality TV shows, and people are always watching them. So yeah, if he loses his temper in public, it probably was because of a stroke, because I've never seen him do it before. And damage control, I don't think they have to go to Disney World for that. So yeah, I believe it was a stroke, and I believe everything she's saying, and I think it's just a reach that this whole thing about the aging paparazzi, who fucking cares? I would probably lie about it too, only because it's none of your effing business at this point. You're gonna make such a big deal out of it. I'm gonna fuck with you. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna lie about it. I'm gonna continue to lie about it when there's proof in my face, just to fuck with you because you think it's such a big deal. That's where I would go with it, because it's obvious that they're not getting rid of Heather, and all it does is make the other ones look so stupid and immature. Again, it's all cotton candy drama, and I'm there for it as a watcher, but as a human, I think it's just absolutely stupid, and ridiculous. And Gina with the reach yelling at Jen. And Emily's just stupid. I don't know why you're even there. Emily has lost so much weight, Corey. She took a bikini picture. You could see the bone down there. You know when you can see the bone of your public area? In her bikini, you could see the pelvic bone, and I was like,
That's not good.
you have
arthritis. She needed to,
she needed to lose weight. I mean, a little bit, but not like, I mean, she like me, I need to lose 30 pounds. She looked good. Yeah. She actually looked really good. She was showing up before and after. Her before looked better than her after because she had weight on her. I know what I look like. And we're going to call it Ozempic. It's Ozempic because I don't know if it drains all the water out of you or something, because I guess it does show every little bone. I don't know. I can't. You know what I mean? Like you can see what I mean. If you look at all of them now together, their faces. I remember I was calling it Ozempic face, and people started calling it. People like it literally caught on. Ozempic lip, Ozempic face. Because I'm like, guys, something's wrong. They're breathing funny. They're going. Shannon does it too. Oh my God, wow. Shannon and Emily both did it. They go. And freaking Kyle did it, and Erica did it, and Teresa does it. Everybody, all those Ozempic, they do it. It's something with their jaw, and it's like, it's so fucking weird. I'm not lying to you. I was like, oh my God, she does it too. It's definitely Ozempic. It's a way that they're breathing. And I don't know, maybe it's freaking fillers in their lips. I have filler in my lip. I don't breathe funny. I have all the same things. I don't breathe funny. I'm not going, like, I'm telling you, like, so many times. She did it on Watch What Happens Live. I'm like watching it. I'm like, what the fuck are you? They're jawing? Like, to me, they're like, it looks like they're jawing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, does it make you speed? Like, what are you doing, girl? Like, why are you all going? Like, it looks so fucking weird. And it looks like they had like a jaw replacement. It's weird. It's got to be the Ozempic. I mean, and I want to say it's because their faces are sunken in from being too skinny, but that doesn't make your jaw look like that. I don't get it. Or your underbite, an underbite. But anyway, that's my opinion. I want to talk about the lawsuit though, because it sounds so freaking bad. Okay, guys. Vicki, poor Vicki. Vicki's very, very rich. Coto de Casa. She's literally been doing this. She's doing it for so long. She's been doing this insurance thing forever. She does not need the show, but she knows how to spend her money, not spend her money. And I don't think she's an elder abuser, as they're saying. But I'm going to read the case. It's called. So I'm reading it from the blast. That's called.
Okay.
It's actually from my Chat GPT or Chat, whatever it's called. I can't say it. Chat GPT. I'm worse than Teresa, aren't I? Let me try to say it right. Chat GPT. I can't even do it if I try to think about it. Chat GTP plus. Thank you, Siri, for going with the chat for literally. Oh, here she comes. Thank you, Siri. She literally does everything for me, and then she tells Chat GPT what to do for me. Thank you, Siri.
Siri hates me.
She was trying to say something. I guess she wasn't. Oh, I have her. All right. Anyway, back to this elder abuse and fraudulent case. It's called. So it's Vicki's the defendant, her Gumbleton, and her partner, ally. Oh my God, listen to me. I can't even say it. I'm literally looking at Vicki Gumbleton, her partner, Allie. Oh, I'm so retarded, Allie. At Coto at the Coto insurance place. So the defendants, Vicki Gumbleton, her partner, Allie. ALI. How do you say that? What is wrong with me? I'm listening like literally. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. That's all it says is partner Allie. I don't know. Anyway, and the defendant is they're the defendant and Coto Insurance, but the plaintiff is this lady Diane Field. So the allegations are financial elder abuse and fraud. When elder abuse, I thought she literally was beating an old person. That's what it sounds like. It answered me. Well, you know what? She barely understands me. So it's I don't know. I know I sound funny when I talk. I've been listening to myself back. We don't want to talk about that right now. But I was talking to that, Sloan. I don't know if you guys watch Sloan, but he's really good when he speaks. And I was talking to the messenger and I'm like, I say like way too much. I can't stand it. He told me to like sit on my hand, or no, he told me to watch myself without listening and then listen to myself without watching. I was like, okay. Yeah, it fucked me up. I was like, oh my God, I suck. Oh my God, I suck so bad. But anyway, so Diane Fields, apparently she's like 77 years old, this lady, right? They convinced this lady to move her investments from stocks to somewhere else, like annuities, right? They promised her some lower income tax and financial securities for her children. The life insurance policy they sold her when she was 77 years old initially formed a one-time payment of $300,000, right? So it was promising all these things. Her investments, her stocks, they're all over to $300,000, all over to her life insurance policy, right? They promised her lower security taxes, financial security for her children. So $300,000. So later discovered it required an annual payment of $300,000. Not just one. She thought it was only one. Apparently it's $300,000. Kim, I told you I was live. I saw you text me. I cannot talk about what you want to talk about, but thanks for coming into the chat. But I see you. Yeah. So she literally, $300,000, right? And literally realizes they have to pay it every year. So literally she doesn't pay it. She couldn't pay it. She moves all her funds over to them. She has all her money, right? And in April 2024, she contacts the Allianz Inquirer to talk about her investments, and she finds out she's over $600,000 due. It's due to her account, like over $600,000. She stopped all her payments, and then she claimed elder abuse because it was misrepresented to her She said that this guy, the partner, Allie, used deceitful tactics to persuade unfavorable financial decisions, financial losses, significant harm, misrepresented insurance policy and annuity, breach of duty. I want to see the contract. Claim defendants prioritized their interests. Of course they did. That's their job. Over Diane's conduct, leading to substantial losses. Wow. So Vicki says she denies it. I don't know how, but I listen. She says that her client instructions, she followed the client's instructions, did not engage in misconduct. She said that 30 years she's been in business, she's never had an incident like this. She said it's supposed to be dismissed, or I lawsuit dismissed in 2018. That was the only one, something about professional conduct. That was the only thing that's ever been on her record in 30 years. But I mean, wow. I don't know. How do you confuse that? You know what I mean? How do you confuse that? That's crazy to me.
Yeah,
so literally. Wow. Let me read I'm going to read more of that. Let me read more of it. Really? Listen, I understand when you sell insurance, right? But I'm going to read the whole thing. That was just the notes on it. But okay. So Vicki the Star has issued a denial to the financial elder abuse and fraudulent lawsuit brought against her through the legal team. The lawsuit marks the second time in 6 years that Vicki Gumbelson has been named in a fraud lawsuit. The other one was Jesus Jugs. The court threw out another case in 2018. Okay. Actually, they settled. The 62-year-old legal team has come out to deny that the reality star did not commit any form of financial abuse or fraud and expressed their willingness to counter the lawsuit and clear their name. See, there's got to be a contract somewhere. But anyway, Gumbelson's lawyers described her as a well-respected insurance broker, which she is, with over 3 decades of experience. Okay, adding she also has 7,000 clients, or helps more than 7,000 clients, and they've denied each and every allegation. Her son even owns or runs one of her things. I feel bad. This lady's pretty. She's an older lady. Mrs. Gumbelson followed the direction of her client, Diane Field, in placing the insurance products Ms. Field requested regarding the annuities and the life insurance policy, explained her legal team. They added that Gumbelson did not engage in any conduct that could have considered financial elder abuse, breach of fiduciary duty, or fraud. Sorry, guys, I'm from Jersey. The statement concluded that Gumbelson remains committed to upholding her side. Blah, blah, blah. We know all that. Her lawyer also emphasized the outrage. I'd be outraged too. That were made against her with the promise to defend her honor. I mean, listen, what does the contract say? So Diane claims that she met Vicki Gumbelson and her partner in 2019. They convinced her to transfer all her money from stocks into annuities. I guess it's life insurance. I don't know nothing about it. The conversation was filled with reassurance that Diane's funds were safe with this Alliance whatever annuity, and that her income tax would go lower if she invested in the funds. Okay, hold on. She also promised her kids would be financially secure until she passed away, and they would survive on returns on the annuities. Diane immediately dropped her guard and decided to make the move. Okay. Diane also took out an insurance policy to cover her $6 million worth. Whoa. The life insurance policy did not reflect Allie's initial claim of a one-time payment of $300,000. Instead, she learned later she would make an annual payment of that. That's such a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
How do you confuse that? Okay. The investor that alleged that Gumbelson and Allie, am I saying his name wrong? Allie, I don't know, used misrepresentations and other fraudulent acts and omissions to deceive her into making harmful financial decisions. Where's the contract? She accused them of breaching their financial duties by putting herself into okay. Diane complained of huge losses on the transaction. In 2022, she decided to move her funds into an account that Allie did not control. After expressing her concerns about Gumbelson and Allies and her financial recommendations, realizing that she may never enjoy the benefit. So her investment wasn't making money. In April 2024, she contacted them. She was told she was over $600,000 in her account. Since she was paying $300,000 in premiums, she had over $600,000. She was then instructed not to send any more payments because of the excess in her account, leading Diane to accuse. Okay, we know that. Okay.
Wow.
Another fraudulent case about Jones, something, blah, blah, blah. That was in 2018, but it was
legalese involved with this. I don't understand half of it. That's a lot of
Vicki, I don't even know if Vicki's a friend of or what. But I mean, this is one of those things where it's kind of like, all right, well, you had to have signed a contract, right? So like that's the only thing that, I mean, you can't, if you can sell somebody something, but did you read the fine print? You know what I mean? I'm sure maybe they didn't, I don't know. I mean, that's a big deal. That's a big thing to miss, to have to pay that and not know that. You know what I mean? Like, where's that contract? That's what I would have to see. You know, I mean, it doesn't surprise me if you're a salesperson. You know what I mean? Like I said, how many mortgages did I let go through? And I took myself or let go through that I knew these people couldn't afford it because the lending laws were so thin. They got really strict after 2000, but it was so easy to get a house. And I knew these people. And then that's when all these, you know, now everybody's in foreclosure. I mean, you know, it was crazy. But like the same thing with Vicki, like they're probably selling things like based knowing that people can't afford it. But again, that's not the person that's buying it or whatever. You got to read the, I don't know. But again, you know, it's dramatic. But she got her son. Okay. Oh wow, I didn't know that did you know that Ryan and Brianna? Okay, so yeah, we can all agree the reality star can get quite dramatic. Let me just read a little bit more about the rest of her life. Because 3 years ago, she got in a spat with her son-in-law, Ryan Culberson, over a forceful gender reveal of his their fourth child. Almost also enjoyed by their new family. She doesn't really need to work. I mean, she doesn't need to have to be on the show. And it's just talking about her fight with Ryan and stuff, which I kind of forgot about. And then she has a boyfriend that she met through Kelly. Kelly Dodd, and I don't know who he is, but anyway, that's that with them. So that's that. I feel like that's kind of I don't know. I mean, that's a big deal not to know. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know anything about life insurance anyway. I know we have it on each other, but I don't know anything else about it.
My mom
I don't have any.
was a life insurance agent.
I mean, yeah, I didn't know that, but that's crazy to me that like she would miss something that big of a deal, $300,000, you know?
Yeah, first sales agent.
Oh, that's food.
Yeah.
Is that normal? Is that normal though? That's normal.
I guess it depends on the person's net worth.
6 million to cover 6 million.
That's
okay. Well, that would make that. I'm sorry.
That's
What?
That's a quite hefty.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's hefty.
So yeah, that would it's like insurance. Okay, so that would make sense if a policy's 6 million or whatever, covering 6 million. It would have a hefty premium, right? But not once, but once a year. Yeah, once a year, right?
Yeah, once a year.
So did she think it was going to make money or something? Why did she invest it? Like, think it would make money or something? Did she think it was going to make money?
Well, what she probably tried to do was she probably tried to set up a family trust, a family bank, so that her money wouldn't go into probate after she's gone. And she was trying to make sure that none of the family's assets were going to probate, because when it goes into because it's going to go into probate anyway. So she probably also have an irrevocable trust as well that would allow her assets and money not to go into probate as well. So she was trying to keep all of the estate taxes down in the event of her death, and all of that. But Curves, she's better at it than I am. She can she understands it better than me.
I mean,
I've done that as well.
Yeah,
it's if you get the right agent and that's not oversell you, you could really set your family up for the future very well.
Yeah, I mean, my father-in-law, he worked. He was really he did a lot. You know, he set his kids up. Like we got lucky. George got lucky, but I got lucky. But I mean, like I didn't even understand when that was happening. I just knew. But I didn't realize there was like so many different things. There's like he had his pension, his life insurance, then his bank accounts, and like he had a business with he had a company that he bought out of when he couldn't work any longer and he got real sick. You know what I mean? There was like all these different things, and then with the life insurance, like a certain person got like it was percentage. It was all. I still kind of didn't understand what was happening. I just know we paid the family to go away. because at that point, like I was the one wiping my father-in-law's, when he was sick and
Yeah,
dying, and I was doing it when he had a son in the house. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
that's crazy to me, but
yeah.
I get it. I mean, I understand the importance of it because my God, if we didn't have that and everything, he had to have round the clock clear that we would never be able to afford without all that. So I get we're like trying to get a policy that big. It does sound like 300,000 would be your monthly, or I'm sorry, your yearly premium on $6 million, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about the whole making money off of it thing, but I mean, I don't get that part of it.
With the annuities, they're not. It depends on what kind of annuity it was. They do
So
make.
that part of
They do
is that
make
part
money.
of life?
Yeah, it's part of life
Oh.
insurance. So they put it.
Okay.
So it'll go back into the trust.
Okay.
Is what the annuity does. The annuity just protects your investment.
So what the hell is? I don't get what went wrong then. I don't know.
Either they oversold her or undersold her or something. But
Sounds
more
very
likely
like,
they oversold a product and they put her in the wrong product and they weren't
Yeah.
watching. And because she trusted Vicki, the older lady didn't really look at the product that was sold to her. It sounds like it wasn't the right product.
Right. And like I keep saying, I've done that too. Because we make work off commission, and I know I'm pretty sure that's how life. So yeah, I mean, Christ, people were buying. I get it, like definitely, but like I don't think that they should come back and sue us for it or sue the state of New Jersey for our lending laws being so not strict. You know what I mean? Like it was so easy to approve somebody for a mortgage, and then all we had to do, if I wanted to commit mortgage fraud, I'd change a number on a bank statement because we were the we were the processor, we were the underwriter, we were the we were all part of something. The realtor, the person getting the mortgages, the person buying houses, I'm getting the leads, I'm doing with the process. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
we were definitely overselling, and we were definitely committing mortgage fraud because people were trying to. Then when it got really strict in 2008, that's when we started doing that, because all of a sudden we couldn't do that anymore. All of a sudden they had to have this amount of this and that, and Fannie Mae got really strict. So then it was like when you tried to commit mortgage fraud, and that's how everybody got caught. Teresa, everybody got caught. But again, like Vicki probably didn't do anything. Like I'm saying, like I want to see the contract, and obviously she probably didn't read all of that. Maybe they didn't tell her everything, like you said. That's not a crime. It's just morally wrong. It's the moral crime, honestly. Unfortunate. I don't know if she lost money. It doesn't seem like she lost money. I'm a little confused, but
I think what happened is, as she got older, her family got more involved in her finances, and it seems like one of her children or a spouse were worried that they had taken advantage of her. Probably, I think that's probably where the lawsuit has come in.
Yeah, I probably should have sent you the article, but
no, that's fine. But like I said, hers is better at it than me. I tried my hand with this kind of insurance.
You sound like
I have a good handle on it, but not as good as Curves does.
You were really good explaining the Mauricio thing. I went on here and I was like, oh my God, I need Corey, because you explained what he did perfectly. And my whole thing is, so guys, I did an episode where I was like, why is Bravo protecting these people? Because when Tom Girardi committed mortgage fraud, Erica got crucified. She's still getting crucified for it, right? So did Mauricio, correct? Or something
they did
along
that. They're still fine, Mauricio. What the thing about it is, Mauricio was just on I want to say page 6. That little internet thing.
Yeah. Can you turn your volume up a little bit, or not? Is it up all the way?
Let me see. I'm on Brendan's phone, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Oops. And he just said he don't care about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills or nothing, since his little show got picked up on Netflix. He's really showing his butt, and I think that's where selling Beverly Hills. So I really think that's where the trouble in their marriage started to happen.
I agree. Well, listen, why wouldn't she talk about why isn't what he did the worst thing ever in the world? That is what she should have. If that's why she was leaving him, that's a good reason to leave him.
Yes.
What he did.
He sold
So
to
why
a
would
dictator and then defrauded said dictator, allegedly.
A very dangerous dictator.
Mm-hmm.
Not allegedly, did. And the thing is, you put your whole entire life at risk. Why wouldn't Kyle just fucking say that? She pisses me off. You know?
Exactly.
And again, why is he getting praised at work? He's praised at the show. He's praised as the agency's only suffering. It's only suffering because of COVID. But why are you not being crucified like Tom Girardi and Erica? Why is it that nobody said one effing word to Kyle about what her husband did and convicted of and or settled? Because the settled doesn't mean he's guilty. He's guilty as AF. And he did it. He settled and he's paying it back. But the said person is very dangerous and will probably still come off and unalive you because it's about principle. That's about what you did.
Yeah.
I don't care if we
now he has to save face. His father's mad at him. One,
why
his father was already mad at him for the crap he bought Portia from Roa. So
wait,
yeah, this is the same dude that Portia was with.
Wait a minute, hold on, back up. What is his dad's role in the agency? The agency. I never knew his dad even was there. What is his dad's role? Does he own it?
He's an agent. He's just a regular agent.
So he's not the owner of the. Okay.
No.
Okay. Because the ultimate not impressing is that why? Okay. And then Portia's the youngest one, right? Now what happened with Portia?
No. Portia from Roa, it was with the dictator's son that Mauricio sold the house.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. I'm so confused. Okay. I don't know.
Well, he's lucky he's breathing.
That's what I mean. And the fact that he's gloating about how cool he is and popular and how great the agency is blowing my mind. Because I'm like, dude, are you trying to taunt this man? And why is your wife not sitting there telling us I left him because he put us in danger? Because I don't want him to unalive me, his wife. Because sometimes they'll do that shit. Yeah. Because you're not gonna. They look at your stuff for more when they take your family away. These people are very fucking. He's considered the most dangerous man in the world. I heard. Yeah. Allegedly. Yes. And listen, I'd be afraid if I were Kyle, and I would be turning lesbian too. I'd be like, white flag. I didn't do a shit. Listen, because she probably did know nothing. You know what I mean? He probably hid that 10. He's the 40 million that he made behind this guy's back. 40 million. Why didn't he lose his brokerage license? Why didn't he lose it or whatever it's called?
Because technically it's still in.
He's not a broker, right?
Litigation. It's still in litigation. Yeah. Yeah. It went from I think civil court back to federal court now.
Wow.
Because it's a FCC thing now.
Wow.
And because that country's sanctioned by this country.
Yep.
So it's a federal thing.
Yep. And this is the same thing. We have crucified Erica over whether she knew or not, right? Why are we not crucifying Erica whether she knew he was defrauding somebody? You know what I mean? I've been fighting about Erica for 4 fucking years, and it's been literally it ruined her life. And I feel like Kyle's life has been ruined over this. And the fact that she's still acting like she won't tell us what the real problem is, and she's turning lesbian, which maybe it's all for show because I don't think you can be married for 30 years. Maybe you can. I don't know. Yeah. But again, it's playing with us and just the whole thing. And it's I know, I was trying to explain what Mauricio did. I was like, I need Corey.
Yeah.
Because it was it was mortgage fraud, right? Basically, or
and that mortgage fraud. It was professional fraud. It was professional fraud because with Mauricio, his business partner, Mauricio. This is what they did. They bought the house. They sold it to the dictator's son. And they were supposed to sell this house so he could recoup because they flipped the house. That house was on when they had the Gatsby party. That was the house in question.
So they had the Gatsby party. They bought the house
That was
together.
that house. That was that
Okay,
house. Yes.
So they
That
bought it
was the
together to
house.
flip it in a year. To flip it in a year. Or something.
Exactly. So they were supposed to
Okay.
flip it, but he told the dictator's son he only sold it for about, I guess, 10 or 12 million, but he actually
Okay, I
sold it for 40.
Right, that's right. Okay.
And him and his
Wow.
partner split that
Took the
money up.
money.
They 20 million each, I believe. So at the end of this FCC, I think it's moved to FCC court or whatever. Because I think after this federal court hearing or court date, he could lose his brokerage license.
Now think that to explain, he's the dictator of a country, y'all.
Mhm.
A dictator. So he has to pay. What is it? He has to pay back the country or something. What is it? There's something where he has to.
He has to pay the dictator though.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
once he pays the dictator, the U.S. will take the money because he's not supposed to make any money over here. Because
Oh
the
my
money he had, the money he spent on Portia from Roa, the money he spent on that home was money from his country. And his sister, the dude's sister, which was the
Yeah.
richest woman in the world, was just arrested for defrauding her own people. They're stealing money from their people
So wait,
in Equatorial
not
Guinea.
only did Mauricio steal
money
money
from their
from
own-
them, so
Yeah.
Mauricio steals money from them, and they're stealing money from their country
Yes.
people.
Yep.
Wow.
It's the sanctions. He's not supposed to be able to buy any assets over here. He's not
The guy.
supposed to spend that money over here at all.
The dictator guy.
The dictator's son, yes.
So
And
he
that's
was
why
actually
they got actress Tamala Jones, which was his girlfriend at the time he was dating Portia. Remember her from not Rosalian Owls. It was Nathan Fillion or Killian had a TV show on ABC, and
her
Tamala
name
was
really
on it.
her name sounds familiar.
She was really
But-
big in the 90s. She did that movie Booty Call with Jamie
long was
Foxx.
So she was married to the dictator's son, or
She was going with him.
and did she live in that house? Oh wow.
He
So
broke up with him because he dated and flaunted Portia in her face. And
oh,
Portia got online and was saying, "I got your man, hooker." Ha 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 ha.
damn. She's
So
probably pretty
Tamala,
dangerous.
so Tamala took Portia's Rolls Royce that he bought her, all the bags that he bought her, and gave
Damn.
it back to the dictator, to the father dictator.
Is the
So
father
it's a
mad?
whole mess. It's a whole mess.
So he's got to
It's
pay
a
the
mess
millions.
within a mess.
So he's going to pay back the money, and then they're going to take it back anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Our dirty country that prints money is going to just take it back anyway.
Because they
we're
broke
money
sanctions.
Well, we're money.
Kinda.
Yeah, we're money laundering. We
We're
print money.
taking the-
We lend it. We print money. We lend it, and then we get it back with interest. Money laundering. Sorry, it's not really funny, but I mean, come on.
Essentially,
We're not-
that's what it is.
It really is, and that's why people are like, we help everybody. I'm like, don't you I understand what happens? We're currency. We print our currency. It means nothing, but it does to them. I mean, it really, honestly, it's not worth it. Anyway, forget it. But you know what I'm saying. It's they're gonna do it as long as they can. As long as they can. I really think we need to take it away. But anyway, but the shit. The fact that Large just said, I'm sorry.
Is Large there?
Sorry. No, well, I was saying before. Large just said that the money they spent on the Ukraine war, they could have given each American $10,000 each. Isn't that wild? You know how much that would boost our economy and shit? The fact that I was like, wait a minute, what? I'm like, wait, they can't afford to give us all that. Oh, wow. I'm like, well, why would they not do that? We could use all that. You know what? Like, seriously, I feel like I hope to God that we get everything all straightened out, what's going on up there, and it gets all straightened out. We're on a much more peaceful, more even, more an actual, a duality with compromise, no more war. I really want that. And I just really feel like they should give us that money. I think everybody, this earth was made for you to live off of. You can eat all our medicine, our food, and our lumber, everything. The earth gives it to you. Our bodies we are made to live on this planet earth. And even there should be nobody that is homeless. There's enough water, something to eat. There's enough plants there should be no homeland. And it makes me angry that they control it. And I feel like, thank God that really, honestly, they could probably afford a lot more than that. But the fact that they, every American, they gave all these checks out, right? They could have given us a hell of a lot more than that.
Yeah, they could have.
The fact that we literally, and now we have people, they have like AI doing jobs. They have the money. They can actually account for it if they want to. How about the 41 trillion that's missing? Come on. 41 trillion to cover up your messes. That's what they cost them since the atomic bomb blew up. Cost them that much money to cover up a bunch of conspiracies that we are now realizing are all truth. Little by little, it's like, oh, that was true. Oh shit, that was true. Oh, you really weren't on the. Oh wow, they weren't really on the moon. Oh really? Now they have us really fucking questioning everything because look at the fuck just happened. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. We don't have to be political, but it blows my fucking mind how fucking corrupted that is. It's too corrupt to be not purposeful. There's no fucking way that, man. It's so crazy. And you know what? Thank God, because let it go. Let us all come together and realize that, oh, well, we don't want this. Like, that's not what we want. We don't want what you're doing. We'll all come together and we'll compromise. We don't need people shooting at people. We don't need people's ears being shot off. And then another man who does. And I realized what they did to Biden. This poor man has no clue what the hell is happening. He must have at one point, but he has no clue. I guarantee he doesn't have a clue what they have made him.
Theory is about that.
Yeah.
My theory about this is, in my opinion, I believe the Democratic Party did this so they could have Kamala as their nominee and not have anyone really balk at having a black woman as president or a woman as president, period. I think.
Do you think she wants the job? Do you really think she wants the job?
I think, yeah, I do. I really do. I really think she wants the job.
I'm fine with either one of them, honestly. I'm fine with her or Trump, honestly.
And
I
think Biden talked to the Obamas because Obama has a lot of knowledge in this space, and that he just like, look, the only way we're going to get a woman in there, let alone a woman of color, if you run, they say you're unfit and your second steps up. Because if he got elected and God forbid he didn't come through the C-19, okay? That she would be running anything. She would be running it anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's my theory.
I don't even think he had that. I think it was just to give us. They needed time to do what they had to make sure because honestly, I don't think he has a clue. I feel really sad for him that he got sick and that his wife allowed him to stay as long as he did. Mm-hmm. And I feel like he doesn't know what they've. Listen, I feel like it all comes down to the stocks, the money, how much the money they make off our wars and stuff. And they knew that Trump he's not for war. And he doesn't, and he's going to end it. And that's the end of the money train. But that's what has to happen.
It'll be an end of our freedoms too. Yeah. If he gets in. I really do. So? I really do.
I don't.
I really think that it would be a dictatorship.
Really?
If that orange dude got in office. I really do. I really think this would be Gilead. This would be essentially the Handmaid's Tale if he got in.
Don't you feel like we are not really as free as we think we are? We are false.
Well, I've never been that free.
Right. I know. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what real freedom is. I've been free-ish since the day I was born.
Yeah.
So I don't know what real freedom.
I feel like I do like Kamala. I feel like I see when I think about it. I feel like when I see them in my like bright light spiritual way, I feel like she has a lot of white light around her, and in the spiritual realm,
she has plans. she had plans as a senator about what to do with the homelessness, what to do about
That's
kids
what
in
I'm saying. Like,
education,
you really want
and
to
they
do
just
this?
didn't let her do anything.
Yeah.
That's what I'm afraid of. Like, are they going to even like? I feel like the military-industrial complex is just doing what they want anyway. They do what they want anyway. That's, to be honest, you know, and it's horrible. But I want to get to a place where we all are just, I don't know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to feel like what just happened. I mean, it has to be exposed, but the fact that they can all sit on a set, like, I just can't believe what we're saying. I mean, I guess I can believe it, but it's like, it's really as bad as we knew they were, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And it's as divided as it's ever been. Well, and I feel like that's what they tried. They wanted us to fight again. They want to do that. They want us all to be separate. They wanted us all to start fighting again. And it's like, they couldn't do it with they couldn't do it with all the things that they were trying to, you know, they couldn't do it with that. They were trying to divide us for so long, and it didn't work. And they're like, okay, well, that one didn't work. And then this one didn't work. So then now we're going to try to really divide us. Huh?
Yeah, but you see how many people of a diverse background are now coming behind her.
Yeah.
You see it at her rallies. You see it all walks of life. It almost feels like Obama almost.
Yeah. Can I say something?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely.
Sorry. I believe Kamala Harris can lead us into a new golden age. Age where we can finally get out of our way and start embracing the science, the arts.
Thank you. Our creative sides.
We could actually have a golden age.
That's what I want. That's what I want.
Mm-hmm.
I love, and I feel like, yeah, we've been asleep. Everybody's been asleep for a long time, but
yeah,
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I am pretty, you know, I'm pretty impressed by her, though. I am, but I'm afraid she doesn't really want the job, which is fine. Like, I would understand that. She probably had plans, you know, with her life, not to, you know, or maybe she thought all along, because he was so sick. She knew how sick he was, right? She had to have. So maybe she knew at what she would have to take over. Maybe she did prepare for it. I don't know. But why did I saw one article that said she dropped out and that she couldn't afford it or something. And I was like, huh? It was on somewhere. And I was like, what is this? But then I looked all over everywhere else and she was still in. Because I'm like, oh no, you can't drop. No.
Yeah.
That would really be not good. Because they waited too long, I think, to get him out.
Huh?
And they waited too long. He was too sick. He was sick a long time ago. Like, they waited way too long. I think maybe they wanted us to say it, so they embarrassed him on stage by putting him on stage. Because that, even Trump gave him grace. I cried for Biden. I felt so bad for him on that stage, because you know how embarrassed he probably was if he even realized what was happening. You could see in Trump's face that he felt very bad for him. And at that point, Trump knew what was happening. He's like, oh shit, this man has and he didn't even go after him. And it was when Biden walked off, Trump he was mad that they were doing that to him. That's what I heard anyway. They were mad that they put him in that position, and knowing that he has no clue. He's got whatever dementia, whatever they call it.
Probably.
Parkinson's or something, but he's like, whatever, something like that. Everybody gets that. Of course. I mean, like, again, to take advantage of him like that. They wanted us to see it, I guess, but like, we already saw it. But like, I know that Trump gave him grace, and that also made me feel like, okay, at least, like, you know, Trump realizes, man, this man doesn't even know what's happening. Like, he doesn't know what he's saying. He's just repeating
Trump
things.
Doesn't
like,
even know what's happening.
Party did, huh?
Trump's right behind. Trump's right behind him.
He's an older man. He is older. He's getting softer in his old age, it seems like. But I don't like JD.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I think Vance is going to ruin it for him, in my opinion, from what I understand of him.
But it's already he ruined it when he went in front of the NAJB.
Wasn't that yesterday or something?
The other day, he ruined it for himself.
Oh yeah.
He ruined it for himself. He let his slip show even more. We already know he's a racist. We already know how he feels about Black people and Black women in particular. We already know that. But what he's done, No one black in their right mind should vote for Trump right now after what he has said at the National Association for Black Journalists. I swear, because and he doubled down on everything and got angrier and angrier and ruder, and probably my cousin would, because he's crazy.
Wow. Do you think if I think Trump's going to dump him, but do you think that would change anything or no?
What?
I think Trump's going to get rid of him, and
JD
I don't
Vance?
think he's going to. Yeah, I don't think he's going to take him through it.
It's not going to make a difference.
Not really.
Because I still think he's the scum of the earth.
Okay.
Scum of the earth.
Yeah, he makes us a laughing stock even more around the world. They laugh.
I mean, I said that is. That's what I said the first time he was in. I said, look, you know, when I talk about the deep state and everything, I said, look, they let us see that they put an idiot in office, and then they literally attacked the Capitol building, and that happened. And then we also got a candidate was, you know, almost unalived. The shit that's been, I think they've proved that we can literally. They're making us look like we're all crazy and that we're gonna like do this crazy stuff, but I don't feel like that.
But you know what? It's happening all over the world, though.
Yeah.
But I don't. But you know what? It's time for that. I don't know. I'm not. I don't think. I think we all should just mind our own business. Every country should. We have a lot to fix here, and just mind our own business.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like we create problems for countries that they don't need problems. You know, we create wars for money, and you know, like I believe that we are false flagged, and you unalive people in 9/11. I don't know. Anyway, let me just stop talking about this because I'll start to get into all that.
Yeah.
We're all the fact that we're starting to find out that everything that they have been doing and everything we thought they did and saw and knew is all true. Not only did we see, you know, you guys have experienced it. We've all seen just recently how corrupt and fucked up and how they don't give a shit can sit up there and lie knowing that doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Mm-hmm.
Trump is trash, that's fine, but he doesn't deserve to be shot at. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter which one was up there. He was going to shoot at whoever.
I thought Trump.
What happened?
Oh, I thought he had that all planned out. He did. I think he was trying to. Yeah, I do. I think he was trying to evoke the same spirit and thing when Reagan almost alive.
You thought that Trump had it on his?
Yeah, I thought Trump planned it. I thought he planned it.
He probably did.
I think it was planned, but I don't think it was planned by him. I think it was planned by. I feel like
the GOP, maybe
the ones who protect both sides planned it. I don't think one or the other side did it. I think the people all around them did it because they have maybe ties to.
Well, they have ties to the Heritage Foundation.
Yeah.
I just whatever. Yeah, like because I was trying to understand from people that were talking about it, what would be the motive for what would be the motive for anybody to do it? And they said
so
Trump
doesn't want to vote for him. They're trying to evoke sympathy so they would vote for him, and I don't think I don't think it worked.
I don't think so. See, I don't think so because I feel like he wouldn't risk getting his head blown off because they will double cross him. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that the person that did it was double crossed by the deep state.
Yes.
You know, so I think that he became a
puppet. He's an idiot puppet.
Yeah.
He's an idiot, and they're going to try and puppet him, but what they don't realize is he's a loose cannon. You don't know what he's going to do, so you can't really puppet a loose cannon. That's why I was surprised they put him back up.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, he just didn't really have a choice. I don't know.
Because you can't control him.
No, you can't.
Well, I mean, you can't control. That's because, they tried. Well, yeah, I mean, they controlled Biden because he didn't know any better. He didn't know what was happening. It's extremely suspicious. The whole thing. It's very.
I just want a woman to come in and fix everything. Because
I believe that she. Yeah, and I believe that she. I heard. Don't you think Gavin Newsom would be a good running partner for her now?
I don't know. I heard the New Jersey, was it
Josh
the Chicago governor? The Chicago governor. He's heavy set. Is he New Jersey or is he Chicago?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
He's
I heard Josh.
And
I didn't see
he's
him.
really good on AB issues and women's rights issues because his mom was an activist and he grew up like on the hip of his mom going to these rallies and stuff. He was on The View the other day and he sounded so great. And I was like, oh, he could be a good match because he's into women's rights and giving us back Roe v. Wade and all that. And that would be good. I have to think of his name. I have to look him up. But he doesn't want to run because he wants in 2 years he wants to run for Senate. He would be an asset in the Senate. Yes. Yes.
I thought it was Josh Shapiro. Josh Shapiro, the Pennsylvania guy. Pennsylvania senator. He's a thinner guy though, and he's a younger guy. And apparently he canceled something because he thought that he was that sure that she was going to take him or something. And then I heard something about Gavin Newsom, and I don't know much about it. Yeah, they said he would be good too.
Yeah, he doesn't want to leave California just yet, though. He says he's got more work to do at California.
Well, how much
There's
the
a
spiritual
lot done in California.
The spiritual predictions are that it would be Kamala Gavin Newsom for 8 years, and that her timeline was allegedly if we go to time was going to be after this 8 year or next 8 years or something. Then she was going to do it. She was going to become president, and it was going to be Gavin Newsom. But then something happened, and it moved us up. I guess we moved up, and it like put her up in an 8 year timeline, basically ahead of schedule, which is a good thing for us. Meaning, like basically we've been. I feel like set free a little bit, you know what I mean, from the deep state with her. And I think it was supposed to happen for I think in the timeline of it all, it was supposed to be in 8 years from now. But then something like I guess we're doing better than planet Earth's doing better than they thought, and I guess we're starting to be more loving. I don't know. I guess you want to say, and like you said, wanted to come in and fix everything, and I think she will, and that's what she was supposed to do later on. But her timeline was moved up, which to me is a good thing. And I looking at it that way, I wouldn't be mad about it, but I actually probably would prefer her listening to. I would probably, if we could stay on the most benevolent timeline possible. I say it every morning. I would like to I don't want any more wars. That's all. I don't feel like, there's no more wars, that we need to like fix everything that's here and not try to go over there and not, because look what's happening here. What's been happening. If it's not, it's just, if it's not one issue, it's another, and it's always never fixed. It's always talked about, and then it goes away, and it happens again. And then it's,
Yeah.
I think a woman will be best suited because y'all fix everything.
Thank goodness, because it's not. Thank goodness, if it wouldn't be her, I would have been Hillary or something.
Lord knows.
Yeah, you know what? I think they spooked Hillary. She was like, "No,
yeah." She's like, "Oh shit, they're really gonna find out what I did."
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she was. I think she was definitely. Listen, I know this sounds. I sound like an idiot. I really sound crazy when I say this stuff, but on a spiritual level, I think we're doing pretty good. We're doing a lot better. Yeah. And I think that we all just. I don't know, man. I get really sick thinking about the true crime incident that just happened with Sonia Massey. Oh,
yes,
that just put me back to like you got. I don't know. I'm speechless. I'm speechless because I just wow. And then I'm like, okay, here we are. You know what I mean? Like how is this person be allowed to be a cop? I don't get it. How is he allowed to be there? How is this still happening? And I'm like, okay, now we have to, and then to find out that something about her nephew too, or something, like there was a whole other case. And I'm like, are you, oh my God. Like, wow, this happened. I can't even.
Yeah.
I got into TikTok, so like, literally now I watch TikToks all day long, and it's just all this truth and stuff, and like her case, it's everywhere, and it was like, wow, thank goodness. So I mean, I honestly do. I feel like technology was supposed to ruin us, but I feel like it brought us all together. You know what I mean? Like we would never be all together doing this, talking about this stuff.
No.
And you know,
Yeah.
I hope I don't sound as uneducated as I feel, but I'm trying.
You're doing all right.
Doing all right.
Learning, I'm trying. I try
Doing
not
all-
to say, try to just use this instead of this when it comes up, but it's, I don't know. It is suspicious, I know. But anyway, guys, thanks for being here. Almost 2 hours.
No problem.
Oh wow.
I hope that they all are. Yeah, that's what it was in my town all the time. Definitely. It's they're bullies, and that's what it seems like. They're all just fucking bullies. Like a bunch of cases too, like where like they were taking advantage, like cops were taking advantage of girls, and other cops knew about it. That's always happened where I'm living, where I live too. It's like, man, you know, and then they wonder why we would do a much better job. We would just do the opposite of what's been going on for the last 100 years, right? They say that we can't run the country. We would do the absolute opposite of what you guys have done. Everything they told us was a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is not what it's not what we're not. I mean, listen, I hope that they are, you know, extending lifespans to 120 years. It's supposed to be 900 years, to be honest with you. But the last 100 years has been stolen from us and completely, like, we were, you know, the last 100 years is just, it's called the last century. We're calling it the lost century.
Yeah.
We could have made so much change, but we didn't in this last 100 years, and it's time. It's time for it all. It's time. It's like, you know what I mean? 1900 was a very light. We're in 2024. I feel like you know, it's time. If watching what's happening and after what's always happened, and we all just thought, oh, you know, we talk about it, so that makes it okay. Well, we actually need it to change. We need to get AKs off the street, first of all, in my opinion. But also there's also, I know, other stuff, but you know what I mean.
Yep.
I didn't realize that was the one common denominator in all the shootings and mass shootings. I don't know why I didn't realize that, because I was like, guns off the street's not going to change anything, blah 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 blah. I didn't realize that that's the choice of mass shootings. I didn't realize that. Like, how? I don't know how. I mean, Philly, I'm 5 minutes from there. You guys know how Philly is. It's a war zone, and it's every day. So there's mass shootings every day. I don't leave my house. I'm at the shore, and I'm scared to death to go to the boardwalk because they have gun. They're like, there's every day there's something, an incident with a gun or a knife.
Wow.
I'm like, yes. In Wildwood, guys, it's worse up in Seaside. It's worse up where my parents are. It's worse up in Seaside. But it's just it's like a lot of fighting, a lot of kids, a lot of I don't know. I really don't know. A lot of just now you can't even have you can't have your you can't have a you can't go to boardwalk, but you can't have a bag on you and stuff. It's like, wow. Like, come on, man. Like, it's not hell. It's a family place. It used to be anyway. But anyway, I never leave the house. I try not to. At Christmas time, I didn't realize I didn't leave the house for 15 days until I stepped outside. It was winter time. It was winter. I go to my backyard as far as I go. I barely, and even when I go in the car and I drive somewhere away from my house, I get really bad anxiety. It's really bad for me now. It's real bad. I can't be around people at all. Like, I didn't realize my whole life I was picking up everybody else's energies too. I didn't realize that I was a, whatever they call it, empath.
Agoraphobic.
But the fact, I just, yeah, like, I get really, it fucks me up and it makes me, it's bad. Mm-hmm. It's just like being like, you know, I don't know, I'll start crying. I don't talk about it, but it's like not wanting to be it's like not wanting to be me. It's really fucked up feeling. Because I don't know why I feel like this. It's like, I don't know why I feel like this. And it's like, I don't want to be me anymore. I just don't. So, anyway. So I don't leave the house because I can't stand it. But, you know, because I
hear us?
Krista?
What'd you say?
It's Krista.
I didn't hear. What'd you say, Brian? I didn't hear you.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you now.
Oh, we're out.
Yeah.
Are you?
No.
If you can hear me, guys, stay on the stream. I'm going to end the stream so we can talk privately. All right?
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but let's end it so we can talk privately.
Okay. All right. No problem.
All right, so stay on. Just stay on. All right, guys, I love you all. I'm going to put my outro on. Thanks for joining and listening and all that crap. Sorry we talked about politics. But I love you all. And, like, yeah, please follow, like, subscribe. Oh, that's right, because I'm monetized now, guys. Please. You know, like with the ads and stuff like that. So please share and all that crap for me. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. And again, if you waited this long, listen to the end and you didn't get annoyed by my playing with my hair and all that crap, I love you. Oh, thank you, Krista. I love when people have my own name too. I never see my name. What's your middle name, if you don't mind me asking? Obviously, mine's Marie, but it's actually Marie Louise, right? My last name is nowhere to be found. I never changed my last name. But let me see if my outro works, guys. Hold on. All right, I think I have to go down for it. But all right, guys, I love you all. And Louise, oh my God, if that's really your middle name, that would be awesome. That would be all. Oh my God, am I there? Oh, I didn't remove myself.